Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Now, I've done countless videos on Anthony Joshua, so before you guys start to say, well, what about Anthony Joshua? I've done a lot of videos on him. I'm going to do more upcoming weeks leading to this fight. So I'm just talking about Dominic Breazeale on this particular video, okay? So you AJ fans, I'm going to catch you on the next one, all right? But just, you know, I understand why Dominic Breazeale has a lot of confidence. When I was watching the Gloves Are Off episode with Joshua and Breazeale, I'm actually watching Breazeale versus Aguilera right now. Watched the Consuega fight, and then I watched the Mansour fight. All these fights are on YouTube. But anyways, you know, watching his fights, and I've been following Breazeale, I understand why he's a little bit more, I'm going to say he's more confident than Charles Martin, but I can understand why he's very confident, not just because he's undefeated. And this may not even mean anything. I mean, he can go in there and get beat in the first round, you know, even being this confident. But I understand where it's coming from, man. And it's not so much of just, you know, his size, but you factor in a guy 6'7", 250 pounds, man, really isn't going to be scared of anybody, for one. But the fact that he picked up boxing a year and a half, he boxed for a year and a half as an amateur, although he did have his grown man strength and he was a grown man when he picked up the sport, had played, I think, 4 years in college football. I believe he had some NFL tryouts. I'm not sure on that, but I know he was a Division I college football player. So he has the confidence of an athlete, of a natural athlete. Play basketball, so on and so forth. And then for him to pick up boxing, man, and box for a year and a half and then make the Olympics, I mean, that's tough to do. I know he's not the only person to ever do that. So I'm not trying to, you know, because shit, Deontay Wilder picked up the sport for a few years or not that long, and he made it to the Olympics and got a bronze. George Foreman, the same thing with Big George. Big George picked up boxing late in his career. Big George started boxing at Job Corps when he got the Job Corps. You know, so with Dominic Breazeale, though, just watching his fights, he's been in situations where he hit guys with a right hand and they didn't go anywhere. Or when he gets backed up, or even the Fred Cassie fight when he's getting frustrated a little bit and guys switching from righty to lefty. Even the Amir Mansour fight when he tasted the canvas. So I can understand his confidence and I can understand where he's coming from. I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but I understand where he's coming from when he says, you know what, Joshua hasn't been through what I've been through, you know. And I know some of you are going to say, well, because Joshua's just that good, you know. I understand. But yes, Joshua did get rocked against Dillian White for a few seconds. Nothing too major. But besides that, I haven't really seen him face really any adversity. Now, I know a lot of you AJ fans are going to say it's because he's that good. Okay, fine. But if you've been watching boxing like I have, you know that sooner or later you're going to hit somebody with a strong, hard right hand and they're not going to go anywhere. You're going to hit them with a strong, hard left hook and they're not going to go anywhere. You're going to hit a guy who's going to fall, hit the canvas and get back up, hit the canvas again, get back up 1 or 2 times, and they're not going to go anywhere. It's going to happen sooner or later against somebody. So Dominic Breazeale has faced that. Usually when guys are, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 0, they haven't really faced anything. Even if they get in there with somebody that's supposed to be their equal on paper, they may go over there and that guy may give a bad performance. You know, so I can get where Dominic Breazeale is coming from when he says that, you know, Joshua hasn't been through what I've been through, or I believe his road is an easy road. Now, does that mean that Nagy Aguilera or Fred Cassie or Amir Mansour would have went in there and made Anthony Joshua work? I don't know. I know you AJ fans are going to say, no, he would have knocked him out in the first round. You know what I mean? So that's cool, cool, cool. But I'm just trying to be realistic about this, man. And I'm not sure what those guys would have done against Anthony Joshua. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure. But I do know that, you know, Breazeale has been backed up. He has hit the canvas and he has gone through some adversity. But with that said, though, that's the thing. He has been backed up. He has been frustrated, put on the canvas against guys who I think may be lesser fighters. And I respect Amir Mansour, but at this stage, we can probably, we can argue that, Anthony Joshua right now today is a better fighter than Amir Mansour. He's a better fighter than Nagy Aguilera. He's a better fighter than Fred Cassie. We can argue that. So if I seen those guys back him up, get his attention, get his respect, make him work, then I would think that Anthony Joshua would be able to do what they did and some. But with that said, though, I understand why Dominic Breazeale is so confident. Charles Martin, I thought his best win, besides what happened in that Glasgow situation, I thought his best win was against Joey Dweko because he was able to stop him. Dweko's a tough dude, man. But Dweko won about 14 U.S. national championships as an amateur. I mean, I know his appearance, you may think, oh, that dude's nothing, but you look at his record and it's kind of, but he's a tough amateur. Good, quick hands, tough Philly kid, young kid. So I thought that was Martin's best win. The Glasgow fight, I thought that if that had gone a little bit longer, it would have taught us a little bit more about Charles Martin, but we learned a lot from the Anthony Joshua fight. And the things we learned is, seems like Joshua can hit pretty damn hard, and it looked like Charles Martin didn't want anymore. So I think that Breazeale is going to bring a little bit more experience from just being in the adversity that he was in. I think he's going to bring that to the table against Joshua. I don't know how much it'll help him. But just looking at the psychology of all this, I can understand why Breazeale is so confident, because a lot of people are like, why is he so confident? He's going to get his ass kicked. And I'm just like, well, I mean, he has been through some things that make him think that. And for him to, for him to achieve the success that he has, for a guy to only pick up boxing for a year and a half and make the Olympic team for your country, that's pretty damn impressive. And then now you're getting you're getting your title shot with the undefeated record. I thought the Fred Cassie fight was a debatable fight, but he got the victory, so then he was in there with Consuegra. So will all this help him on fight night? I'm not sure, but a guy being 6'7", 250 pounds with a strong right hand and all the confidence in the world, it's not going to hurt him, but I guess we'll see when he gets in there and he gets tagged one of them right hands from Joshua. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see where his mind's at when that happens. But I totally understand why Dominic Breazeale is confident going into this fight. Some of you may think, well, he should be confident. Well, yeah, but a lot of guys can give off false confidence. They're nervous as a motherfucker going into the fight. But he just genuinely seems like he's very confident, and he's going to take control of this situation. But we'll see on fight night, man, because once them right hands start raining down, we'll see. But there's some things that are there that I think people can take advantage of with Joshua. Just, I'm not sure if Dominic Breazeale is the right person to take advantage of those weaknesses I see in Anthony Joshua as a fight fan. All fighters have weaknesses. I know you AJ fans, man, you guys think this dude's like he's going to walk through brick walls, man. But it's going to be a good fight. I'm out.